Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I'm gonna be doing something different today. This is a movie channel where I talk about movies, but I've always really liked music as well. I mean, obviously, don't get me wrong, I don't have an ounce of musical talent in my body. I couldn't write a note to save my life, but I like to listen to it. It's the same thing with food, you know. I don't know how to cook anything, but I like to eat. So, anyway, I have for those of you who follow my channel, you guys know I'm a big supporter of physical media. Well, I have this box here, and it's just full of CDs. And these are all CDs that I have collected over the years. So, we're going to get into that. And then, for a bonus, we're going to open this. Because I did see The Flash yesterday. It was great. The special effects looked like Dwayne Johnson in The Mummy Returns. But it was pretty great other than that. So, and this was not expensive, surprisingly. I paid less than this. I paid less for this than I did for my ET thing right here that I showed a few videos ago. I also got this poster, even though I didn't see it in IMAX, but cool poster, right? So I will be reviewing The Flash and Dungeons and Dragons here soon, as well as the Indiana Jones anthology, which I'm going to start rewatching here tonight. That's why I'm wearing the shirt, so I can get started on those reviews. Okay, we got quite a bit to go through here, so let's get started, man. There's so many in here. Alright, so first one is Bruce Springsteen Greatest Hits. I really like Bruce Springsteen. Not my favorite of all time. But you can't tell me Glory Days and Dancing in the Dark don't hit every time. Like, Bruce Springsteen's super talented, man. So it's Bruce Springsteen Greatest Hits. I a lot of the times when I go to buy CDs, I buy Greatest Hits. Because it just has more of the songs that I want to listen to versus an album. And also, if I'm trying to get into an artist, pause, Greatest Hits CDs are the best way to do that. So. Next one we have is Queen Greatest Hits. I love Queen. I used to be super into Queen like a few years ago. I think the movie, like for a lot of other people, Bohemian Rhapsody sparked their interest. I don't listen to them as much as I used to, but Queen is one of the greatest bands ever. So this is the Platinum Collection. It's got 3 CDs. So this has, what is 17 times 3? I can't do math, but whatever it is, that's how many songs are on this. Next up is Eddie Money Greatest Hits. Eddie Money is great. Everything on this CD hits. Think I'm in Love is probably my favorite from Eddie Money. I remember I first heard that song in a mall cop. So next is Elton John Diamonds 3 CD set. This has whatever 17 times 3 is. That's how many songs. That thing was not cheap. Next is Bon Jovi Greatest Hits. Bon Jovi hits, man. In case you guys can't tell, I'm a big lover of classic rock. I like a little bit of alternative, but mostly it's like 60s, 70s, 80s rock. And Bon Jovi, of course, was one of the kings at that time. Next is Def Leppard. This CD says interesting because not every song recorded on here is from Def Leppard. So I'm kind of confused as to what this even is. It's called The Many Faces of Def Leppard. I bought this thinking I would just get a massive Def Leppard collection, but that's not really what it is. And I can't really explain to you what it is. So, it's kind of a weird thing that I own. Next is Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac is... one of the interesting things I like about them is how sometimes it'll be a man singing a song and other times it'll be a woman. I don't know if they ever had an official lead singer because it doesn't really seem like it. But Go Your Own Way hits every time, man. I also do have some movie CDs in here. Not a lot, a handful. I got the Top Gun album, of course. If you're going to collect movie albums, the Top Gun should be like number one on that list, right? Highway to the Danger Zone hits every time. Electric Light Orchestra. I know a lot of people discovered this band through Guardians of the Galaxy. I knew them before that, I think. Pretty sure I did. Mr. Blue Sky. It's a great song. Evil Woman, Don't Bring Me Down. Yeah. Next is another Tom Cruise movie. It's Rain Man, the album. I think my ex-girlfriend bought this for me at a thrift shop. Yeah. Next I got The Essential Michael Jackson. I've noticed that whoever makes like these CDs where it's The Essential whatever, they always do a good job putting together like the best songs from an artist. So this has whatever, what is that? 38 Michael Jackson hits. So it's definitely worth the money. Next is Tom Petty. The Best of Everything. Yeah, Tom Petty is awesome, man. I mean, Free Falling, of course, I Won't Back Down, which was covered by Sam Elliott in the movie Barnyard, and I really like his cover. Johnny Cash did a really good cover of that song, too. But Tom Petty was super talented, man. Rest in peace. Next is Aerosmith. Devil's Got a New Disguise, the very best of Aerosmith. I love Aerosmith, and I'm going to see them in October. I paid quite a bit of money to go see them because it's their final tour, but I am going to see them, and I'm really excited about it. Lately, I've gotten really into Joe Rogan's podcast, and right now I'm listening to his podcast that he did like 5 years ago with Steven Tyler. He's a very eccentric dude, super talented. This is another Aerosmith CD. Not as many songs. There's 10 songs on it. Next is the Van Halen 1984 album. Yeah, pretty awesome album. Jump, Panama. This album's awesome. Here's more Van Halen. This is a greatest hits collection. This has everything on it, bro. Jamie's Crying. Why Can't This Be Love, which is probably my favorite Van Halen song. Van Halen was awesome. I saw David Lee Roth perform once. He opened for Kiss. So that was pretty cool. Next is Chicago. Greatest hits. Yeah, Chicago. My favorite song from then is probably You're the Inspiration. They have a really good Christmas album, too, which I got that in here. I'll get to that. Next is Billy Joel. Billy Joel, I've loved ever since I was a little kid. When I was a little kid, I used to take my mom's CDs, and we had this big, like, old stereo with the old speakers. It's like the speakers with, like, the wooden design on it. Like, it's not actual wood, but they have, like, the plastic paper over it to make it look wooden. Like everything back in, like, the freaking 70s and stuff, everything would look like it's wood, even if it's not actually wood. So that's what it was. And I popped those CDs in and I would dance to them. So I've always loved Billy Joel. He's amazing. Next up, we have the Foo Fighters. So, I mean, I've been aware of who they are for a long time. I took my ex-girlfriend to see their movie last year, which, by the way, I totally forgot to talk about. I apologize for that. But I did see Studio 666. It was pretty entertaining. It's sad that Taylor Hawkins has died. Rest in peace to him. They're a really good band. Not like one of my top 10 favorites or anything, but I really enjoy this CD. Next is the Chicago Christmas album. Yay! Yeah, this CD is awesome. I play this CD like over and over again every year around the holidays. If you're looking for like a good Christmas track, The Chicago Christmas track, man, it hits. It really does. Next up, and some of you guys are going to hate me for this, but I have another Christmas album here. It's a very infamous Christmas album, to say the least. It's a quite talked about Christmas album. Yeah, you know what? Make fun of me if you want. Yeah, I got Mariah Carey Christmas album, guys. Yeah, I got it. I got it, guys. I own it. Shoot me. It hits. It does. It's overplayed, but it hits. Next up is the Beastie Boys, Licensed to Ill. I really like the Beastie Boys. I know some people think they're like really corny, but I think, look, man, Fight for Your Right, No Sleep Till Brooklyn, Brass Monkey, bro, those songs hit, man. They hit. The Beastie Boys were awesome. I watched this video the other day on YouTube of them like performing live, and it's very obvious that they lip synced a lot during their live albums, and A-Rock just did not care. That man would be walking around on stage with a beer, drinking it while they're performing. Like, they clearly did not care that people knew they were lip syncing. They were funny. Rest in peace, A-Rock. Next is the Beastie Boys. The very beast of the Beastie Boys. The very best of the... What the heck did I just say? The very best of the Beach Boys. Sounds of Summer. Wow, I messed that up hard. The only song... there's one song on here, I can't remember what it is, that this CD is missing that I wish it had that would make it perfect. But it's got 30 songs on here. I love the Beach Boys. The Beach Boys. Sorry. I just talked about the Beastie Boys. I'm getting them confused. The Beach Boys. I used to listen to Beach Boys all the time when I was a kid. Next is Guns N' Roses, Appetite for Destruction. This is like one of the best rock albums ever. Okay. You guys have seen me wearing Guns N' Roses merch in my videos, I'm sure, a bunch of times before. I know that Axl Rose is kind of an a-hole. I mean, he literally dove off stage and beat up a guy for having a camera. But, really talented, man. This CD is just amazing. Next is a Guns N' Roses Greatest Hits collection. It's got 14 songs on it. Yeah. Knocking on Heaven's Door, Paradise City, Welcome to Jungle, Sweet Child of Mine. It's all on here. Next is Creedence Clearwater Revival, featuring John Fogerty Chronicled, 20 Greatest Hits. Yeah, this is a really underrated band, I feel like. Let me see. Who Will Stop the Rain? Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Down on the Corner. Bad Moon Rising. I love that song. I remember that song being in the trailers for Moonfall, and it worked really well. So, this is a great CD. It's got 20 songs on it. Next is The Beatles, Love. This is an interesting CD because all the songs just transition right into the next one. So if you're not paying attention, you might be listening to another song and you didn't even realize that the track changed. But it's got 26 songs on it. It's got all the hits on it, like Help and Strawberry Fields Forever, Lucy in the Sky, stuff like that. So yeah, the Beatles. I know people like to joke that the Beatles were overrated. And were they? Maybe a little bit. They're not one of my top 10 favorite bands, but they do hit, man. They do. Like, if you hate the Beatles, you're wrong, bro. They were great. Next is Boston. This only has 8 songs on it, but it's got, like, their best ones. More Than a Feeling, Peace of Mind, Long Time, Rock and Roll Band, Smokin', Hitch a Ride, Something About You, Let Me Take You Home Tonight. Those are all great songs. I wish it had Amanda. Amanda is a great song. If it had that on here, too, that would be great, but it unfortunately doesn't. Next is The Cars, Greatest Hits. I love the Cars. I think this is one of the most underrated bands ever. It took them way too long to get into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Rest in peace, Rick Ocasek. Super talented dude. Um, the Cars are an interesting band because there aren't very many bands I've ever listened to where I like. If actually, I think this might be the only band I've ever listened to where I like every song. So, I love this band. And then next is the Cars. This is their first album. It was just called The Cars, and it's a great album. All right, next, I'm going to show all three of these at once. I have 3 Smash Mouth CDs. Now, I used to have the Astro Lounge CD, but I put it in the DVD player or in the CD player in my dad's truck, and it won't give it back. So I can't get it out. So it took my CD from me. So I no longer own the Astro Lounge CD, which is the CD that has All Star on it, but this is a great CD. This is a great CD. And this is a great CD. Which I know everybody knows them for like Shrek and for All Star, but really Smash Mouth has like really good songs. Like, give them a chance. They have some bad ones too, don't get me wrong, but there's some songs on these CDs that I just skip every time. But great stuff. Holiday in Your Head, Pacific Coast Party, Sister Psychic. These are all great songs, man. If you're not familiar with Smash Mouth, you should give them a chance. Next, I have a couple of Sugar Ray CDs. I really like Sugar Ray. Every Morning, right? This isn't the name of the song, right? It's the one where Harrison Ford was singing it with the lady in the car in that new show he's got out on Apple TV, whatever it's called. They were singing out of the car together. It was pretty funny. But yeah, Sugar Ray was really talented, man. Next, I have Kiss, Sonic Boom. Yeah, like I said, I saw Kiss in concert once. It was right before COVID. Awesome concert, by the way. I mean, Kiss is just one of the best bands ever, right? We can all agree on that. Like, everybody likes Kiss. Kiss is awesome. So it's got multiple CDs in it, including, I think, one of the CDs is a live performance. So, yeah. I also have Faith, George Michael. Rest in peace, George Michael. Super talented dude. This is one of his albums called Faith. Obviously, the title track is Faith, which is probably the song I feel like he's best known for. But, you know, it's also got I Want Your Sex in it. That's a pretty fun song. Next is U2, the best of 1980 and 1990. Look, this is another band that like everybody likes. Everybody likes U2. I mean, I still haven't found what I'm looking for. That's a moving song, man. It is. Like, it hits. U2's awesome. Now, here's another movie track. I think this is my last one. It's the Men in Black album. It's got a lot of rap music on it. I'm not a big rap fan. Not that I don't respect it as an art form. I do. Just, and there are rap songs that I like. It's just, it's never been like my favorite genre. I probably like rap better than I like country. I've never liked country music. That's just me. If you like country music, that's cool. I never have. I mean, you can put it on the radio in the car with me. It won't bother me that much, but inside, really slowly, I am dying because I am listening to country music. Yeah, Men in Black album. Next, I have Joan Jett and the Blackhearts, Greatest Hits. This is Joan Jett and the Blackhearts' Up Your Alley album. I saw Joan Jett in concert once as well. That was pretty awesome. She's very talented. Joan Jett is probably my favorite female music artist. I've always thought she was awesome. In case you don't know who Joan Jett is, the song that was playing when Shrek was beating up the knights, that's her. Yeah. Figured you know that. All right, next we have REO Speedwagon, The Hits. This has 14 songs on it. It's got all their best ones. Roll with the Changes, Keep on Loving You, Take It on the Run. REO Speedwagon's awesome, man. The 80s was just the best time for music and movies, in my opinion. Next is the Eagles' Greatest Hits, Volumes 1 and 2. So it's got 2 CDs in it. Yeah, the Eagles is awesome. This is my mom's favorite band. Let me see. Where's some of my favorites? Take It Easy, Lion Eyes, Peaceful Easy Feeling. They're awesome. I also have, I don't have a casing for it, but I have Journey Greatest Hits. Of course, everybody likes Journey, man. Like, everybody you ever meet likes Journey. Like, you don't go anywhere and hear the song Don't Stop Believing, and you're not going to find at least one person singing along with it. Every time you go somewhere and Don't Stop Believing starts playing somewhere on the speakers, you are going to find at least one person singing along with it. It's just, it's one of the most well-known bands of all time. I also have this music from the 80s. So, where is it? It came with this. I bought this, I think, from a thrift shop. This is my only copy of Top Gun, by the way. No, I got it second in Charles. And this was in it. Lips Like Sugar by Echo and the Bunnymen. Chains of Love by Erasure. Need You Tonight by INXS. And Take On Me by Aha. Of course, everybody knows that song. It's one of the best songs ever. Okay, let's get to these. So some of my CDs I have in here because the casing for them broke, so I have to have them in here. But I have a couple of Rolling Stones CDs. Hall & Oates, the Essential Hall & Oates, and the Essential Elvis Presley. Hall & Oates, awesome. Rolling Stones, awesome. Elvis Presley, awesome. I mean, those are 3 of, like, the best freaking musical artists. No, 4 of the great... Well, that was a whole band. You get what I'm saying. Like, those guys were all awesome. I mean, that is real music. Like, those were the gods of their time, man. All right, and last but certainly not least, oh good God, what is probably my favorite band. I have a whole bunch of Green Day CDs, and I have this beanie. I also have an American Idiot t-shirt. I didn't wear it for this video, but I have Nimrod. This is a 25th anniversary celebration, I believe, 20th or 25th. It came with a sticker and a patch. I had a patch sewed on to a shirt that I have, and I took the sticker and I put it on something that I got at work. But it comes with the album. It comes with demos as well. And it comes with a live performance CD too, so pretty cool. Revolution Radio, hits. American Idiot, probably one of the most famous albums ever written, I feel like. 21st Century Breakdown, my favorite Green Day album. This album is a work of art, man. Viva La Gloria. Wow, what a song. Father of All. I know a lot of people didn't really particularly like this. I really enjoy it. This is me. Dookie, probably their most famous one, maybe. It's probably the one that I see people talk about the most, at least. I mean, Basket Case is, one of the best songs ever written. I have the Kerplunk album. Insomniac. And I have their original, which the weirdest name for an album I've ever seen. 1039 Smoothed Out Slappy Hours. Yeah, it's a weird name for an album, but whatever. And then I also have the God's Favorite Band Greatest Hits CD. So, yeah, man, that's my CD collection. Quite a bit there. Quite a bit there. Okay, as promised, we can open Batman. Let's open Batman. I might edit this part out, depending on how long this takes. Which, by the way, Michael Keaton in the Flash, perfect. Perfect. There is a reason why they casted him as Batman, despite all the fans' objections. Oh, good, Batman does come with it. I was worried he might not. There he is. Yes. Oh my gosh. He even has a cloth cape. There's Batman. Batman. Awesome. Awesome. Just the suit. It's so awesome. I love it. Okay, I got it. So it's pretty awesome. Dude, I love this so much. Oh, man. The original Batman, so good, man. Batman Returns is really good, too. The only problem I have with this, though, is that you have to lay down Michael Keaton in it. He doesn't sit up in it. That's a little disappointing, but still. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. What do you think? Should I get that one on CD too? It's a pretty awesome album. This is something else I own. It's a little vinyl though. I can't play it, but it's just something I own. It's the ET soundtrack. So yeah, anyway, that's it though. I appreciate y'all watching. Don't get mad at me now, okay, if I go like a week without uploading, okay? Because I've just uploaded 2 videos. I'm gonna try and maybe do the Flash alongside Dungeons and Dragons. If I can, I'll do it tomorrow. If I don't get mad at me if I go like a week without uploading, okay? Because I just uploaded 2 videos in the past like 5 days, which is uncommon for me now. So, but yeah, Batman says subscribe. Subscribe, okay? All right, thanks. I'm Batman.